just spoke to Jonathan Pryce down at a premiere for The Two Popes, which is a two-hander about the two guys in a room together having a chat. This one, two people in a basket. How do you go about, as a producer, making that compelling and bringing an audience into that world?
That was really the challenge. It was, and that was kind of part of what lured me to the project is, for 70% of the film, you're basically stuck with two people in a wicker basket that's, about as big as 4 feet by 4 feet, or even less. And that in and of itself was the challenge. So how do you make something like that compelling is basically, what do you put those people through, both physically and emotionally? And so on the emotional side of the story, there's a phenomenal backstory to each of these characters, which leads to how they got together, why they're up here to begin with. And then there's just some, I think, never before seen action sequences in this film, which were an amalgamation of real footage, actually filming the actors in the balloon in 2,000 feet in the air, mixed with some stage work and some visual effects. And I think the combination of all those things, in my mind, exceeded the outcome of what the challenge was presenting.
How much planning did that take? Because, I mean, on screen, I can imagine on IMAX even more so, visually so compelling, the relationship between the two guys, but also these amazing visuals and up in the air and everything else. I mean, how did you go about kind of presenting that to an audience?
Yeah, we thankfully, with our partners at Amazon, they gave us an incredible amount of prep time. So we gathered all of our department heads together and would have these sessions where we just kind of sit for several days at a time and brainstorm on how to accomplish this thing. Tom basically storyboarded almost all of the action sequences with this great storyboard. And when the result of the film you can see is basically those storyboards. The trick was how to accomplish them. And this was a mix of so many different disciplines in film. It really exercised everyone's greatest muscles.
And just a quick word on Felicity and Eddie. Obviously, they worked together before, but this kind of stretches them in different ways. I mean, how was it bringing them into a different environment, but also still having that same kind of energy that they had in The Theory of Everything?
I'd say, boy, we were really lucky getting those two, because not only are they amazing performers just in and of themselves, but because they had worked together and they were so comfortable with each other, there was no warm-up process. It was, we put them together, they already had chemistry. So when they're confined in this space together, it wasn't like they need to get to know each other. They were already at a 10 working together. We also had this really amazing collaboration with them in that we almost treated it like a play, where we did script readings constantly with them. So we interrogated the script at every which way, and they really dedicated their time, their energy, and they were kind of partners for us the whole way.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey